Good morning, Oakland. I'm Bishop L. Lawrence Brandon, the senior pastor of the Evergreen Missionary Baptist Church, a faith leader, a native of Oakland. I love Oakland. I live in Oakland. I work in Oakland, and it's all about Oakland for me. It is my honor to gather with you this morning for a defining moment in our city's history. We come together today because Oakland has always been a city of refuge, a city that doesn't just talk about justice, we live it. We don't just preach about community, we protect it because we understand that we're better together. Before we begin, allow me to recognize some of our extraordinary leaders joining us today. Our city council members who stand with us in protection of our residents. Congresswoman Lateefah Simon and our state and county electeds. Thank you to our union partners, our business leaders, our immigrant rights partners who stand on the front lines every day. Today, I'm honored to stand with our honorable mayor, Barbara Lee. She will sign 2 executive orders that draw a clear line. Oakland will not cooperate with federal immigration enforcement actions that threaten our families. We will not allow our city property to be used as a staging area for raids. And we will not stand while fear replaces the dignity that every person deserves. These aren't just policy documents. Allow me to repeat, these aren't just policy documents. They're promises, they're protection. They're Oakland saying, not here, not in our town. So please welcome today our illustrious mayor, our mayor, the Honorable Barbara Lee.
Well, thank you so much, Bishop Brandon, and thank you for your tremendous leadership and for making sure that our entire city understands that the Black community is supporting our immigrant community, our pastors, our labor unions, our businesses, our elected officials. It means a lot for you to be here to do all the heavy lifting. But let me also thank our city administration, city staff, labor unions again, business community who worked on these protections. Our rapid response network and our community partners also who have been on the front lines. But can I just take 1 minute, and I want to do something and go off script for a minute. Congresswoman Lateefah Simon, today is her birthday, okay? Now, and I want, so, on behalf of our city administrator and myself and our city staff, let me present to you this pen. Growth is never by mere chance. It is the result of forces working together. Thank you for helping our team grow.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay. And so also let me say too, and you'll hear from her in a minute, Supervisor Nikki Fortunato Bass for standing with us and for her tremendous leadership on the County Board of Supervisors. And of course to all of you who are gathered together, thank you. Oakland is truly a city of refuge. We always have been. Now in recent weeks, federal immigration enforcement has turned deadly in American cities. Fatal shootings, communities treated like combat zones. And just parenthetically, my goddaughter lives in Minneapolis. I'm in touch with her every day. I'm a very good friend of the Attorney General, Keith Ellison. I'm in touch with him. So I have a sense of what's going on the ground. And Alex Preddy, you know, unfortunately, was killed by ICE agents in Minneapolis, someone's son, someone's friend. That's what happens when enforcement becomes warfare. And so we're not going to allow our streets to be turned into combat zones. I know that our immigrant communities are living in fear right now. I actually was born and raised in an immigrant community in El Paso, Texas. And just so you know, our community in El Paso is living in fear, and throughout the country, San Antonio, you name it. Parents are afraid to take their children to school. Workers are afraid to go to their jobs. Families are afraid in their own neighborhoods. This fear is unacceptable, and Oakland is working in partnership to address it. And as I said before many times, no one knows this administration's playbook better than I do here in Oakland. I stood up to him in Congress. I was sitting on the House of Representatives floor in the chambers. January 6th barely made it out of there, barely. So let me be clear, this moment requires more than one city acting alone. Real change requires collaboration across city, state, and federal partners. That's why I'm grateful for our Alameda County Board of Supervisors who passed these two protective policies this week. And that's why all elected officials and community groups are here with us today. And that's why we're building a coalition, because protection requires partnership. This is about families who should feel safe taking their kids to school, workers who should feel safe going to their jobs, neighbors who should feel safe in their own city. So we're not just making statements, we're taking actions together. We're part of the regional effort to raise money for our immigrant community through a foundation led by Fred Blackwell in San Francisco. So again, we're working very carefully and closely and systematically with all of our partners to protect our immigrant community. So thank you again, and let me turn the podium back now to Bishop Brandon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Lee, for your moral clarity and courage, and more importantly, thank you, Mayor, for caring. At this time, let us receive our Congresswoman, Congresswoman Simon.
It's so good to be home, particularly in this time, and seeing our city council members, our faith community, our healthcare providers, who have all made a commitment to ensure that Oaklanders have a beacon, have leaders that actually walk the walk. So I don't want to say what will be said today, but I do want to articulate that the California's 12th congressional district comes from a long line of folks who were clear about what our floor was for our people. Congressman Dellums led us, followed by our forever Congresswoman, Barbara Lee. And why I bring this up, the federal responsibility, the responsibility of the administration is to protect and be the good. Derica Blackman will tell you that folks in Oakland cross faith, cross race. We are Micah 6:8 people. Our job is to defend the least of these, folks with the least amount of resources, the least amount of government support, and we together come together to lift them up. I want to say this, that as now your new Congress member, I applaud Mayor Lee and members of this elected and social community supporting folks who are literally struggling to survive. We are better because of our immigrant communities. Oakland is one community, across race, across faith, across ethnic origin. And I will say this, folks. I traveled in solidarity to Minneapolis, Minnesota, just a couple of weeks ago and stood at the site where Miss Good was murdered by federal law enforcement. She was shot in the upper components of her body 3 times. The administration became the judge, the jury, and the executioner. We are saying here today, not in Oakland.
That's right.
We also met organizers very similar to the ones that you see here. And they said that in the beautiful city of Minneapolis, what you hear at night are two things. I don't want to do talking points today. What you hear is two things at night. You hear whistles and you hear screams. And the whistles come from the thousands of community members, white, black, Latino, Asian American, Native American, who have come together to bear witness to the butchery that is happening in Minnesota, and they are bearing witness to those crimes inflicted by an administration. Men, women, and children are being carried out of their homes in the middle of the day, carried out of their schools and places of worship. Those men and women, like we are doing here, have organized to bear witness and to provide sanctuary and love for the least among us. The screams you hear are from men, women, and children being drugged out of their safe places. In Oakland, not only will we bear witness, but our elected leaders, our community service, our health providers, our law enforcement leaders will hold the line to ensure that every Oaklander during this federal siege in American cities, that they have folks to turn to. I'm so proud to represent one of the best cities in the world, Oakland, California. We will hold the line.
Thank you, Congresswoman. Public safety means all our residents feel safe, regardless of where they are born. Our next speaker leads the Oakland Police Department with that principle at center. Please welcome Interim Chief James Beer.
Thank you, Bishop. Thank you, Mayor. The Oakland Police Department upholds Oakland's sanctuary city policy. We protect all residents, regardless of immigration status. We do not assist in civil immigration enforcement. We will not ask you about your immigration status when you call for help or dial 911. To identify an Oakland police officer, look for a blue uniform, an OPD patch on their left arm, a badge on their left chest, and a nameplate on the right chest. Remember, it is safe to call 911. If you're unsure whether circumstances involve federal agents or is a crime in progress, please call the Oakland Police Department. We will respond to assess the situation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. The people who make this city work every day, our city employees, are on the front lines serving all Oaklanders. Representing our city workers, please welcome Antoinette Blue from SEIU Local 1021.
All right, good morning, everybody. So I was able to get some of my coworkers to come out to support. So if you look around, we got some purple shirts in the house. I just wanted to point that out. So I'm Antoinette Blue. I've been with the city for over 11 years. I'm a police dispatcher, OPD dispatcher. This is my chief back here. And currently the president of SEIU Local 1021's City of Oakland chapter. Mayor Lee's executive orders and this administrative instruction that you guys are gonna see didn't just fall out of thin air. They're a proactive approach to the country's federal administration and its impacts to our communities. It was built deliberately through collaboration between city leadership, human resources, and labor, with workers at the table and the community at the center. Because obviously, we all know policies that are written without workers fail in practice. I want to be very clear, though, that city employees are not immigration agents. We are public servants. We're your librarians, your Head Start teachers, your dispatchers, your recreational staff, your analysts, your maintenance workers, your parking and crime scene technicians. We all have, and other frontline employees who serve and live in this community. And today, the city is affirming what workers have always preached and known, that our jobs are to serve the community through our work and protect public trust, not break it. The administrative instruction provides guidance and gives workers clarity, while the executive orders draw a firm line. City resources and city employees will not be used to carry out federal immigration enforcement, period. Oakland is a sanctuary city, not just in words, but in action, and the mayor's executive orders in this policy ensure that immigrant families can access city services without fear, and that workers are not put in impossible positions, and that the law is followed without sacrificing our values. When labor and the city move together, communities are safer, families are stronger, and democracy works the way it is supposed to. This is what solidarity looks like behind me today. And this is how we protect our people, and it's by coming together. Thank you.
Thank you, Antoinette. Oakland doesn't stand alone. Alameda County is our partner in protection. Please welcome Supervisor Nikki Bass.
Good morning, and thank you, Mayor Barbara Lee and Oakland, for your leadership. Alameda County is a welcoming county, and Alameda County stands firmly on the right side of justice and democracy. Tuesday evening, the Board of Supervisors unanimously approved legislation to make it clear that every resident has the right to access the county's services without fear. We will not tolerate ICE ignoring our Constitution, our laws, and basic human dignity. We will stand in solidarity with our immigrant, refugee, and all residents in respecting our shared humanity and keeping our families together. We will keep each other safe. Now, before I talk about the legislation that we approved on Tuesday, I want to let you know that even before I entered office, even before the legislative session began in January of 2025, myself and some of my colleagues, including Supervisor Elisa Marquez, we were getting ready. And I'm proud to say that by March, we had put together funding allocations so that we could start building our infrastructure. I want to recognize the amazing coalitions here in Alameda County who are on the front lines of doing the work to protect our immigrant and refugee community. With the county's investment of $7.5 million, we have our Rapid Response Network, a CLIP. We also have legal services and deportation defense being provided by our public defender and ACORD. And we also have community organizing and mutual aid that is led by ACUDIR. And it is this infrastructure in our county where the community is working with our government to keep our community safe. Now, the first piece of legislation that we passed on Tuesday is an immigration enforcement response plan. This is a coordinated plan that details rapid response protocols among county agencies, community partners, and government entities to protect individual rights, ensure access to services, and promote public safety. This plan includes staff training, public communication strategies, and measures to safeguard our county services, as well as our courts, hospitals, healthcare facilities, and more. The second piece of legislation, and this has been inspired by the mayor of Chicago, who did this by executive order, as well as by the county of Santa Clara. The second piece of legislation is a county policy for ICE-free zones, and this prohibits the use of county-owned or county-controlled properties, including parking lots, vacant lots, garages, and non-public areas of buildings for staging areas, processing locations, or operation bases for the civil immigration enforcement. This will require clear signage, physical barriers where appropriate, and consistent procedures for implementation and enforcement. The bottom line is that we are a welcoming county, and we will not allow the federal administration to commandeer our property for the purposes of terrorizing our communities and conducting mass immigration raids. Together with the mayor's executive orders, Oakland and Alameda County are ready to work together to defend our communities from the lawless violence that we are seeing across the country, and especially in Minnesota. I want to thank our communities again for demonstrating courage, resilience, and an unshakable commitment to keeping our communities safe and let you know that we, as your public officials, elected officials, are also responding with courage, clarity, compassion, and coordination. We again are a welcoming county, and we are committed to keeping each other safe. Thank you.
Thank you, Supervisor. The immigrant rights advocates who are in the trenches every single day, they're why we're here. Representing the Protect the Town Coalition, please welcome Ms. Gutierrez from the Unity Council.
Thank you. Buenos dias. My name is Kaeri Gutierrez, and I am the Director of Communications with the Unity Council. I am also an Oakland resident, and most importantly, I am the daughter to immigrant Mexican parents. I am here today to speak on behalf of immigrants, community-based organizations, community leaders, activists, and organizers who have been responding to ICE activity in our city and working collaboratively with city leadership to ensure Oakland stands with us. Immigrants, thank you. Immigrants are central to the strength and the identity of this city. We strengthen Oakland socially, culturally, and economically. In fact, our contributions expand far beyond the local footprint. Immigrants are the engines that keep the region and the nation running. We are responsible taxpayers. We are dedicated workforce members. We are caring healthcare professionals, community leaders, business owners, and scholars. Many of us have been here for generations. Others arrived more recently, carrying nothing but hope, determination, and the dream of building a better future for their families. We are hardworking, family-centered, and resilient, and we will not be villainized by this lawless presidency. To our Latino and Indigenous community members who are being, in this moment, racially targeted and are being hit first and worse by the cruel attacks of this federal administration, we see you, we understand you, and we stand with you. To all of our immigrant communities, our Asian, South Asian, Pacific Islander families, our Black, African, Afro-Caribbean families, and all immigrant families and mixed status communities living in daily fear because of the harmful federal actions, again, we see you, we understand you, and we stand with you. And to everyone who has been standing with us, protecting and defending our communities from ICE, from legal observers, to responders, to verifiers, to lawyers and court watchers, to countless activists and volunteers. Know that you have made a difference, and thanks to you, our region of Northern California saw the lowest rates of ICE detentions in the nation last year. The community stands with Mayor Barbara Lee. And the City of Oakland as they take bold action to protect our residents. Oakland will make it very clear through executive order that ICE is not welcomed here. But it doesn't end there. It doesn't end there. Collectively and strategically, we will continue to advocate for bolder steps to protect, to defend, and to uplift the people of Oakland. The fear is very real, but we ask our community that in this moment, Do not be scared. Instead, be prepared and utilize the resources available to you. You are not alone in this. Finalmente, aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Again, everyone, aquí estamos y no nos vamos. Muchas gracias. Sí se puede.
Thank you for that powerful testimony. Our business community knows when immigrant families thrive, Oakland thrives. Representing our Metro Chamber and Ethnic Chamber, please welcome Stephanie Tran from the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning. My name is Stephanie Tran, Board President of the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. For 40 years, the Chinatown Chamber has represented hundreds of immigrant-owned small businesses, many who came to seek refuge in this city and continue to power Oakland's local economy. Today, many of our businesses and owners and workers are living in fear and anxiety over the federal immigration enforcement. That fear doesn't just stay at home. It spills into our streets, into our stores, and across our community. Chinatown was built by immigrants, just like many neighborhoods throughout Oakland and cities across this nation. Our people are not outsiders in this city. They are business owners, workers, taxpayers, and hardworking people who keep Oakland moving every single day. Reckless federal enforcement, actions that target families and workers do not make our cities safer. They destabilize our neighborhoods, hurt our businesses, and undermine local economies. Oakland has the right and the responsibility to protect the residents from policies that create fear instead of safety. So we thank Mayor Lee for standing strong and leading with courage at this critical moment to defend Oakland as a sanctuary city. Oakland will not allow federal overreach to tear our communities apart. When immigrants feel safe, businesses stay open, workers show up, and neighborhoods thrive. Protecting immigrants isn't about just politics, it's about protecting our community, protecting our people, and protecting our values. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephanie. What we heard this morning is more than speeches. As a pastor, it sounds like a chorus to me. Labor and business, police and immigrant rights advocates, federal, county, and city leaders, all are saying the same thing. We protect the town. So repeat after me, we protect the town. In a moment, our illustrious mayor will sign these executive orders into effect. And when she does, Oakland will be saying to every immigrant family, every worker, every dreamer, you belong here and we will fight for you. We would like to have everyone who's standing with us to stand behind our mayor during this signing of these documents. History is in the making. So let's take a moment and gather behind the mayor as she approaches.
Just one, real quick. I'm just going to, first of all, just give you the top lines of our executive orders. So this is really the first day that they will be released, and you will have a chance to read them in detail. But I want to also just thank Mia Psychic. Where's Mia, my chief of staff, for leading this effort day and night. Team Lee. Okay. Yeah. And Justin, where is Justin here? Johnson and Sophia. Where are you, Justin? Sophia. And our, there you are. Thank you so much. Your team, your city staff works day and night on so many issues here, and I just want to call them out and say thank you. And of course, our city attorney, Ryan, and his team. Where is Ryan? Ryan, you're over here. Okay, because, you know, a lot of the legal requirements for these executive orders put us in compliance with existing law. And so, believe you me, they have worked very diligently with everyone here, and I want to thank you again for the input from our immigrant community and from our organizations, from labor and from business, and from all of you, because it couldn't have happened without everyone working together on this. This is one Oakland. Also, just peaceful protests. We pride ourselves here in Oakland, and in fact, I want to just remind us that we're not going to allow our community to be used by the federal government. We're not going to allow chaos here in Oakland. We're not going to take the bait here in Oakland. And so I just want to thank everyone for keeping the peace, because that's what it's about, because our immigrant community deserves that. They deserve to see us fighting for them, but protecting them in a peaceful way. And so thank you all again. Thank you, Chief Beer, for making sure that this community does continue to stay safe and peaceful. And thank all of you for showing the way, because Oakland is definitely demonstrating that we understand the complexities of the moment, but the requirements also of what we must do. Now, 2 executive orders. The first one, Protect the Town, has 4 sections. One is the creation of a Protect the Town task force. This coordinates our citywide response across all departments. 2, community support. The coordination and resources for immigrant communities. This provides the Know Your Rights material and partners with our community groups for community reporting. Third, the coordination of legal actions and intergovernmental operational responses. This directs us to work with the city attorney, our governor, our state attorney general on legal actions. 4, maintaining local control, and that's important, local control and accountability of the Oakland Police Department. And this ensures that OPD will continue to not assist ICE or take direct direction, quite frankly, from the National Guard. And so, once again, thanks to everybody on this first executive order for providing this input, for making this a strong executive order, but within the legal parameters of what must be done and what we can do. The second executive action, one, it prohibits the use of city property, which is really important. No city property can be used for federal immigration enforcement operations. No city property. Okay, none, nowhere in the city. Secondly, implementation and enforcement with regard to city properties. They will have clear signage and barriers, and employees must report any violations. So we're going to enforce these executive orders. Thirdly, regarding the scope, this order applies to the fullest extent permitted by law and does not interfere with existing leases or lawful judicial warrants. And it takes effective immediately. So once I sign this, we'll send the message very clearly out that this is Oakland's property, that Oakland rules. We take care of our own community. We know how to protect our community with Oakland values. So thank you again. Okay, so I go down here. This is my first executive order.
Leaders, let's stand behind our mayor. Mayor Lee, Oakland is ready.